Hello, I'm a goat with a crown, and the federal government has not yet found my helium laundering business. Welcome to Bloons Tower Defense 6, a game where a variety of different monkeys throw lethal objects at inflated pieces of latex. That is if you're lucky. BTD6 in my opinion is the single definition of infinity. Sure, the gameplay is very simple. You use money to get monkeys, monkeys pop balloons, balloons give money. But then you use more money to get more monkeys to pop more balloons and get more money. After a while, more complex features will be introduced such as buffs and literal net worth, and eventually you will ask yourself, how the actual fuck did we get here? Believe it or not, the first ever Bloons game was actually a carnival-inspired flash game. It started out as throwing darts at different coloured balloons, and that somehow evolved into controlling an attack helicopter squad while under the influence of God. So, if you will join me, I will review a game made for children because I have nothing better to do. Unless watching Rick Grimes hit the gritty counts. As per mentioned, this game is all about popping balloons. A hybrid to the balloon, only spelled incorrectly. However, like an ex-girlfriend, if they get too far, they end up hurting you. Every round, a volley of different coloured balloons will start parading through a long track. But don't be fooled, each colour of balloon has differing toughness from one another. For example, a red balloon requires 1 dart to be popped, but a blue one requires 2. A green one requires 3, and I'm pretty sure you can see where I'm going with this. Here is a tier list that shows how difficult each colour is to deal with. Remember kids, it's not racist if it's an inanimate object. Wait, but be aware, a balloon's texture is not the only thing to worry about. Sometimes there are special forces that can appear from time to time consisting of Arcanum, RGB lighting, Yin and Yang, Jonathan Cena, Meet the Medic, Magnum condoms, armor trims, inflated metal, and sometimes a combination. But like most games, when you progress enough, they kinda just become common enemies, especially when it comes to Moab class balloons. These balloon types are the largest, fattest Russian dolls you'll encounter. Killing a single Moab will release 4 ceramics. A BFB will release 4 Moabs. A ZOMG, I see what you did there, will release 4 BFBs. And the newly introduced BAD releases 4 ZOMGs and 2 cruise missiles. Said cruise missiles are the only outlier to this system of repetition. They're called the DDTs, which is the far superior to the Moab, as it is fortified, camo, and really goddamn fast. Not only that, the more rounds you face, the tougher and faster Moab class balloons get. So while the basic Moab has finally matched the DDT speed back in the early rounds, the DDT has extended leg day. But how do we effectively deflate our landfill potential enemies? Well, it's simple really. We weaponize a primitive species.
Go back! I want to be monkey!
As of this current era, there are 5 flavours of monkey for you to choose from. Vanilla, you will be called basic for using them, but it's still a solid pick. Mint chocolate chip, some people use them and some people don't, but once you try it enough, you will realise how good they really are. Sometimes to the point when it's too much. Rainbow swirl, people only choose this because they think it's really good, which it is. And mango, you either always utilise them or have little to no recollection on what they're like. But in all seriousness, there are a lot of options at your discretion to toy around with. Every monkey has 3 paths of upgrades that improve their flexibility in specific fields. Upgrading a path over 3 levels will lock you in and only allow you to benefit from 2 other upgrades in another path. There are 23 different monkeys to hire on the field of battle, and whether you like it or not, here's what they do. The dart monkey throws darts and is better in groups. The boomerang monkey has circular and slightly more durable throws. The bomb shooter lives up to its name. The tack shooter stops riots. The ice monkey both stops balloons and makes them stronger. The glue gunner delays the inevitable. The sniper monkey has infinite range and hates physics. The sub monkey is amazing in solos and squads. The buccaneer wins games. The heli pilot stalks your mouse. The Mortem... oh, voice crack. The Mortar Monkey is incredibly accurate. The Dartling Gunner is a part of the Tax Shooter's riot control. The Wizard Monkey hates sight. The Super Monkey is a worthy investment. The Ninja Monkey is a ranged blender. The Alchemist profits on dead corpses and overdoses their comrades on caffeine. The Druid Monkey is definitely there. The Banana Farm inflates your economy. The Spike Factory prints Lego. Please, for the love of God, add that as a tax skin, Ninja Kiwi, I'm on my knees. The Monkey Village grants abilities that make everything I said about the Bloons not a problem. The Engineer Monkey is gaming, and the Beast Handler was great until it wasn't. Ninja Kiwi are also aiming to introduce a new way to upgrade your towers. Paragons. These towers are powered by many things. 25 of the most expensive tier 4s, 3 tier 5 monkeys of the same category, the World Bank's funding network, and a lot of spinning totems, but then only to realise that the degree is not 100, therefore not usable. In that case, you're fucked. Once that problem is solved, then you can finally get a Paragon Tower to fend your home front, only to save up for another one and be up till 3 AM. Heroes are BTD6's main attraction to widen the gap between other games. These towers level up over time with no money required apart from deployment, unless you hate yourself. If you spend even a cent over $300 to upgrade your hero, then I will personally sacrifice your Monkeyopolis. There are 14 heroes to choose from, but just so you don't get bored, I'm just going to give you the bare minimum. Both monetization for me and a convenience for you, so shut up and listen. Quincy the Archer is widely known for both never missing and...
Are you kidding me? Nothing gets past my bow. DDT income!
His abilities allow him to transform into a ballista and rain arrows on all, like that one Mr. Beast video. He has the highest DPS on Moabs out of all the heroes and his arrows chain, but other than that you can see why he only costs $400. Gwendolyn the Pyromaniac is a woman. Please remember that. She shoots fireballs that somehow don't set anything on fire till later. She can also throw molotovs and set her allies on fire to make them attack faster in a panic. I'm semi-joking when I say that, because that's what it damn looks like when she uses that ability. Striker Jones's whole gimmick is that he can use a
rocket launcher.
But unlike most games, it's actually quite shit. Jonesy Fortnite has 3 abilities that are made to solve a problem that has no solution. Concussive Shells hone in and stun any balloons on impact. That's it. Target Focus increases the accuracy, in heavy quotations, of all mortars for 15 seconds. And Artillery Command does the absolute best of resetting the cooldown of all Bomb Shooter and Mortar Monkey's abilities. Yeah, this dude sucks. And finally, Open Greenfoot, the Greta thumbnail of the monkey world. Open Hodukin's wolf spirits that do a surprising amount of damage. And doubled up by the fact that it chains, we already have the better Quincy. His first ability places brambles that completely deny any weak balloons passing through. But where he places it is up to RNG, not you. He also places totem wards that slow down balloons to a crawl. I don't know how it works, but regardless, it reminds me of Christ the Redeemer. Wall of Trees swallows balloons and converts them into bananas through the power of nature. Jesus Christ, I'll never look at a banana the same way without thinking that I could be eating someone's relative. Please help me. Oben also gains a passive that increases pierce and range of all magic monkeys, but more to the point that druids benefit the most. Finally, you're useful. So a common meta involves appointing a tribal god and straight up mowing anything that comes into contact. These have been all the heroes that you get for free, and there is no denying that there's still plenty to cover. But as per usual, I do not have the mental capacity to go over the remaining 10, because all I really have to say about them is one does your taxes, one is just Donkey Kong, and this one... well, ask this guy about it. Either way, they all remain the same on one thing. No one actually cares if you have their new skins, please shut the hell up. There are an abundance of maps to choose from, play on, and suffer on. Some maps are fun, relaxing experiences that easily give you late game priorities, while the others make me cry myself to sleep every night. The pain never stops. Each map is divided into 4 different categories: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert, or as I like to call it, free win, the fun ones, oh no, and please kill me. But in reality, these categories aren't a difficulty tweak, they're a difficulty hint. There are some maps that don't belong in their respective category. I will simply not buy any excuse saying that Spillway isn't an expert map, nor will I believe that Covered Garden is one of the easiest. Every map also has game modes that you are required to play to get a blackboard, which in a nutshell is just forklift certification for a map. You've got your standard easy, medium and hard games that extend the round you need to beat, but the others essentially make a different game. Some are simple and somewhat easy to manage. Deflation gives you 22k and nothing more. Primary, military and magic monkeys only are just as they sound. But then there are game modes that are just... No. This is also doubled up by the massive customization in the content browser, an online feature that allows you to access community challenges. These challenges range from using a set amount of monkeys to playing Payday 2 Death Wish. There are also weekly odysseys that are basically a gauntlet of challenges that make you want to pull your hair out. For those who create odysseys, please take my advice. No one plays them if hardcore mode is on. Same goes for races, where you must complete a map the fastest. It also allows you to start rounds during pre-existing ones. Here's my PB for fastest death. As of update 39, Ninja Kiwi decided to make shitty ways to play even shittier. Now instead of editing the settings of pre-existing maps, you can straight up make new ones. And that went just as well as it sounds. This is my map creation. I do not challenge you to beat it, I challenge you to play it before it gets taken down.
No you don't, I got mine on day 1, you stinktard.
Now if you were paying attention, you'll remember I was talking about Bloons and said something on the lines of eventually they become basic enemies. Well, this is what Ninja Kiwi saw as a problem. Oh no, BADs are being treated like tissue paper out there. Quickly, enable the failsafe. And thus was the reintroduction of everyone's favourite event, Boss Bloons.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Boss Bloon events were believed to be a true test of skill. At least that's how it was until the meta was launched and has been unchanged since. Boss events are where you can fight the biggest Bloons of them all, even larger than the Moab class. And yet, despite their monstrous size, they are still smaller than your mother. Every boss Bloon has a certain health threshold, or as the community calls them, skulls. When their health goes below the skull, something bad will happen. Ooh. You must defeat 5 tiers of the same boss every few rounds, each with more health than the other. Firstly, we have Bloonarius, the inflator. Bloonarius's pronouns are and, with their gender being similar to a Walmart bag. Bloonarius, upon reaching their skull, proceeds to vomit her unborn children onto the track. This causes a domino effect for our bicycle pump friend, as they have very kid-friendly art, in heavy quotations. Next is Lich, the edgy 14-year-old goth male that has 200,000 Reddit karma on r/5050. However, like a Redditor, when they are called out, they become a shadow of their former self. And here we have the beautiful effect of mitosis. Once Lich has dealt with the pain, their shadow form disappears, at the expense of losing your left kidney. So this guy, Lich is basically this guy. Vortex is easily the fastest of all Bloons. However, with great speed comes even greater maneuver potential. Vortex, upon taking too much damage similar to stubbing your toe, and by that I mean a lot, will put reverse thrusters on full and electrocute any monkey that happens to be standing by. Why a hot air balloon needs thrusters in the first place is beyond me. Dread Bloon is what I like to call a professional racist, but I personally do not like the name Dread Bloon, so instead I'll refer to them as Boris. Boris is a giant drill that is constantly active despite not being near any rocks, which is weird because Boris has a drill and they are also a rock. Boris has over 5,000 hours in Fortnite as he is equipped with a shield that will protect him until the next health threshold. But Boris also gives you the Bloons Tower Defense 6 middle finger, as every health mark has resistance to a certain class of monkey. Oh yeah, and Boris also releases rock balloons, but no one knows how they work, and frankly I do not care. And finally, FaZe. Wait, this thing's still here? FaZe is a unique boss, as instead of being a bigger bad, they look like two DDTs glued together. Camo detection is required to even flinch this speed demon, as a reality shield surrounds this dual-wielding DDT, and that shield grants a speed boost. Yep, that's it. Once FaZe's health is low enough, they will dash forward, opening a reality portal for Bloons to go through. This is an actual boss, by the way. I don't know how the actual hell they're gonna tie this into the lore. I personally don't like this boss, but a friend of mine basically carried my research and really seems to like it. So yeah, best boss in the game. Also, every boss Bloon has an elite counterpart, making them marginally more tankier. But I somewhat respect my mental health, so I'll instead just give you a reason not to do it. Normal tier 5 Bloonarius has 3 million health, which is a lot, but it's manageable since it appears on round 120. Yet a tier 5 elite Bloonarius has... what the fuck?
I'm a millionaire! Give me more millionaire!
The economy in this game has many currencies, with some being more important than the other. Monkey money is used for many essential things: heroes, hero skins, powers, and knowledge resets. More on that last one later. At first glance, this is a very useful system of money, but once you're experienced enough, it goes from very valuable to retry fodder. And yet, to this day, you can still buy 50,000 monkey money for 80 real dollars. And from that, the BBC was invented, the big bank of chimps. Trophies are the real currency of Bloons. They cannot be bought with real money and can only be obtained by doing the most painful of tasks in the game. These consist of races, odysseys, I still don't want to talk about them, and boss events. I tend to look at them more like medals of honor. The more you have, the more respect you deserve. But what are trophies used for? Skins. Yep, that's it, skins. But hey, at least they look cool. No one else does this, but I like to measure the price of multiple trophy purchasables using whales. One BAD whale skin requires 100 trophies, that's 2 hard mode odysseys. Bloons with sunglasses cost 75 trophies, that's 0.75 whales. And finally, monkey knowledge. Every book of knowledge you receive can be spent on a skill tree that improves your quality of defense. Like making glue more like glue, anti-air shots less expensive, the Dartling gunner's pea stream forming a puddle with another, and many more. You can also turn Jesus into a transformer. My religion is now Decepticons. To get monkey knowledge, however, requires leveling up. You get 1 book per level up and 1 level up per book. Or you could drop $13, that also works. EA Games, exploiting the funny numbers on the back of your library cards. The final hours of an individual's Bloon career is, to be put simply, depression. You look back and realize that you have spent multiple hours in a children's game. The only reason your Steam hours are so low is because you've spent an additional $12 to get the game on your portable device. That, or you have a Netflix subscription. You have grinded so much to the point where you have been lost to time. Everyone remembers you as that one weird dude who likes cartoon monkeys on glowing rectangles. Or in other words, a child traffic. I'm just gonna give it to you straight, there's no official end to this game. The only way in my books to have it complete is to have all black borders on all maps, all badges from odysseys, races, and even boss events, have all monkeys and paragons unlocked, and have a maxed level account. Even then, that's impossible, as there are always new events being introduced almost every update. And there is no going back to redo any boss events that you've missed, because once they're gone, that's one less badge you can get. Another possible feat to accomplish is to be the top member of the top faction in contested territory, but no one cares about that one, so I won't talk about it. As they all say, fun is temporary, but the grind is eternal. But yeah, other than that, great game, 8 out of 10. Please like the video and subscribe and all that garbage for a free BAD whale. No BAD whale included.